Hi guys, this is Yiba TV and I'm your humble host JB Joshua, and I have here with me in the house today
Delight and
the light ender. Wow, we are welcome.
thank
It's
you.
good having you around. Alright guys, as you guys know, we are bent on giving you guys premium content, and trust me, it's premium or nothing. Right about now, we'll be doing something quite different today, and it's all about the Gen Zs. Yeah. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Because of having Miss Delight here, we'll be having some interactive sections, and trust me, it's gonna inspire you. Okay, just stay tuned. All right, Miss Delight, can you please tell us a bit about your background?
Okay, so quick. I grew up in a small town in Cameroon, and I've lived there for a very long time. And then I would say that they have a diverse culture and languages that I've been part of it. And so far growing up, I would say that it's amazing. So I also grew up in a family of two, which we value education so much. So striving towards that, they push you towards your passion and
Wow, that's an awesome introduction. Okay, that is to say, you are a foreigner in Nigeria.
I
Welcome to
consider it.
Nigeria.
Thank you.
All right. Now, when you were talking, I overheard you talk about your values for education and all of that. Are you done with your secondary school?
I'm actually done with secondary school and I'm done with my bachelor's degree too. So I'm actually running a course program in a school known as Top Crown Academy. So I'm trying to improve more with others because they have so many creativity going on with them. It's just a course on a whole, like cinematography, you learn a lot of stuff, photography, editing, acting, so many things. So you just pick what you want to know.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome. So that is to say that I'm seated right here, guys, with a bachelor degree holder.
Of course.
That's awesome. Okay, so would you mind sharing with us a bit about your experience, among your peers as a Gen Z, knowing fully well that there are tendencies and proclivities when it has to do with the Gen Zs and what they stand for. A lot of persons out there believe that the Gen Zs have been, a threat to the forthcoming generation. So we want to see what's your take on that?
Well, I would say being a Gen Z is not a bad idea. Actually, the conception people have out there is not actually the way it is. For me, I would say Gen Z is a total upgrade, the way I see it. So
Yeah.
for me, it's just an upgrade for myself. Like social media has given us a lot of platforms. You have a lot of platforms there to upgrade one with the other. You can socialize, so it's just a way of upgrading yourself for me, my profession.
Talking about social media, which of the platform are you very much inclined with? Knowing that we have the X, which is the Twitter, we have the Telegram, we have the Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. So which of these are you very much inclined with?
Well, I would say I'm much inclined with Instagram and TikTok, of course. Like, there's a lot going on there. You need to check it out.
Wow, wow. Okay. That being said, that is to say that social media has been of a great impact to you as a Gen Z. But permit me to also impute that a lot of people has a misconception about the impact of social media in the life of the Gen Zs, and so far it has been tagged about being having more negative impact on the Gen Zs other than positive. So what do you have to say about that? Do you actually agree by that?
I won't say totally no, but I believe as an adult, you actually know what you want. So you being on social media platform, you should know what you want there. So you actually go for what you want, and you're actually saying this is bad, this is wrong. So from your perspective, you actually know that what you're saying is wrong. So if you actually go for the wrong, is on you. But I won't say social media is a bad idea. People learn from them. You have so much going there. You can make money out of social media. You can sell. You can advertise. So social media is not only um, a bad idea for mothers or fathers out there who think it's actually destroying their kids. It
Yeah.
depends on the kid. Like, they know what they are doing out there. So I won't think that it's social media that is actually bringing down the mentality.
Awesome. So, guys, as you guys have heard, social media is not all about entertainment and all of that sort. It's also a platform where you can as well explore by selling and transacting with be it intellectually and otherwise. Okay. Please, Delight, if you don't mind, can you tell us as a Gen Z what are your aspirations so far? Or better still, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay. Well, that's a lot going on, but I believe in the next 5 years I should be running my own hospital into the medical sector.
That's awesome. I think at this point we have to gear off a bit. So, what do you think about Gen Zs and their health?
Oh, that's a lot. A lot is going on in Gen Z's world related to health issues. Them being front and exposed to a lot of diseases out there, which they are still ignorant about. Mind you, some of them are aware, but they still act dominant to the modes of transmission. They don't really care. They just want to live life and move on. So a lot.
Yeah, I think that's very interesting. You know what? I think at this point we have to really explore these genres anyway, because the truth is that a lot of persons out there, when it has to do with the issues of health and the Gen Zs, there is this cutting edge where a lot of persons feel that life is all about waking up in the morning and going about their business, their daily business and all of that, whereas paying less attention to the things that matters. Because that is to say this, when you have to do with the Gen Zs and their health, this is the angle I want us to talk about. A lot of ladies are getting involved into a lot of things, especially for those of them who engage in oral contraceptives, which has become the order of the day, taking different pills for different purposes and all of that. And trust me, as a medical personnel, you can agree with me that in the next 10 to 15 years, there's going to be a health plan catastrophe. Trust me, it's going to tell on this generation. So I think it's high time we explore this platform as to bring to them a little educative nuggets as to get acquainted to every actions and what it can possibly bring to them when it has to do with their health. So I think at this point, let's talk to the ladies. Yes, because this is very much heavier on their own side. So I believe as a lady you understand the angle I'm coming from, so you can as well talk to them.
Well, I would say there's a lot going on out there with self-medication. This is just on self-medication alone, because most of them believe that if something is wrong with them, they feel shy in seeking medical advice. So they rather run to themselves and deal with it among them. You don't know the impact of the medications you are taking into your system, and you don't know what it does, but you believe because somebody told you that this medication works for this. You don't know your body's system, and then you go ahead and take the medications, leading to a lot of complications. So I think the conception they have about self-medication is wrong. It's just because of shyness. They feel they don't want to expose themselves. They believe seeing a doctor would lead to shyness. The one will know what is going on with them. But I believe that's the best way to go about this. If you see a doctor, you're safe. You know that this is what is wrong with you, and then they give you medications for what is happening to you purposely.
Wow. That's quite insightful. Guys, trust me. I hope you guys are really enjoying yourself. Trust me. Just like I said, remember, this is Yiba TV, and we are bent on bringing you guys premium content. Alright, moving on. There is another topic I would want us to talk about, because you indirectly made mention of that here. There is this thriving trend among the Gen Zs about marriage. Yes. A lot of them believe that as a result of some ill-sicked marriages around, a lot of them have actually constrained to become single mother, single daddy, and all of that. So what's your take on that as a Gen Z? Because this is your generation we are talking about, and trust me, those guys are really mean. I was strolling through Facebook this morning, And I heard one saying because of because of one human being that she's following online, she actually initially had a plan of getting married at the age of 20, latest 22. But from what is happening around, that marriage is not for me. Instead, I can just get a guy, pay him off, and let him get me pregnant, and that's all. So that is the ill mindset that a lot of them have there. So what's your take on that?
Well, I believe the Gen Zs are actually messed up in the dating eras. A lot is going on with them. You have to believe me.
Yeah.
Because going out with a single mother or single father is just a conception they have. For me, I see nothing wrong with it, but it's just the aspect of dating that I feel like everybody have their choices, their preferences of what they believe in or what they want. So you go for what you want without being judgmental to the other parties.
Wow. Okay. So I haven't heard that. I think at this point, now can we be a bit specific? So what are your personal take on this?
Well, I believe marriage is a blessing, and everybody have the right to choose whether to get married or not. But still, it is your choice to choose if you want to get married. But don't be deceived with the belief because somebody's relationship didn't work does not mean yours too is not going to work. So I believe it's a one-on-one thing that comes with you. So if you see that okay, you're good with marriage, go for it. If you still see that marriage is not your thing, you should not force yourself into it. So I believe everybody has a choice to marriage or not.
Okay. So I think at this point I have to impute something.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a clerical call onto parents. Because the truth is that someone who happens to be a product of an ill-situated marriage will flag out when the issues of marriage is being brought up, and I think this is the point where all parents have to opt their games as to know that they are inspirational figures to those generations, because a lot of them are reacting to this issue of marriage based on their experiences or what they have seen their fathers or their mom, express in the name of marriage. Okay, so now moving on, I want to ask, what are the challenges you had as a Gen Z, especially peer pressures? How do you go about that? How do you connect that?
Well, I would say I don't pressure myself in any way because everybody has time to do whatever they want to do. I won't rush myself through life just because I'm seeing somebody moving forward or moving backward. Like now, a lot of youth are going through shit based on the fact that they have seen somebody doing something and then they too want to do. For example, going through drugs, self-medication, whatsoever it might be. They don't care if their body language or body system will respond to that. They just go into it and take it just because of the pressure they've seen from their friends or relatives. So what I would say is don't pressure yourself. If you see that this thing doesn't go with you or there's no cause for taking that stuff you're doing, I believe you shouldn't do it. You should go with yourself and your flow.
Okay. Hi guys, trust me, I hope you guys have had a quality time, and trust me, it's worthwhile. Remember, this is Yiba TV and I remain your humble host, JB Joshua, and I still have here with me in the house.
Delighted that.
Trust me, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. At this point, we are going to call it a wrap. Stay tuned, we will be back.